An estimated 40 million replica watches are sold each year, turning a $1 billion profit. And it's getting harder to spot a fake. That's the conclusion from retailer Watchfinder & Co. Their report says that 5 years ago, 80% of fakes could be identified by sight, but today that figure's just 20%. As it gets harder and harder for even watch experts to spot the non-authentic luxury brands, it's urging both buyers and sellers to be more vigilant. Well, let's talk now to the CEO of Watchfinder & Co, Arjen van der Vall. Welcome to the programme. You have found a rising number of high-quality fake watches. Have they got more sophisticated, or are we all just getting better at spotting them?
It's probably a combination of the both, but the number of fake watches in circulation has always been relatively high, but very much led by consumer demand. But what we've seen in the last years is that the quality of these fakes are becoming more and more sophisticated, and that's definitely new of the last years.
So lots more fakes out there, at least ones that are being spotted. What effect does that have on legitimate watchmakers?
So for us, all of the watches that we buy, we go through a thorough inspection. So the function of the watch, but also very much focused on the authenticity of the watch. And that includes all of the watch parts. It includes that it's the right serial number, documentation, and beyond. So from our end, it's more a call to be vigilant and to continue to optimize our procedures. But it's also a call to arms to the rest of the industry to impose as strict measures as we're imposing at Watchfinder.
So if you're, let's say, Tag Heuer or Breitling or someone, are you not losing out to some of your sales because people are buying fakes instead of the real thing?
I think typically you probably address two different audiences. So there is a group who is genuinely being defrauded, but that typically doesn't happen in an official retail or online environment. So I would say there's two different audience types. And what you see within this industry as well is that they're taking a lot of measures to ensure the authenticity of their products, and also for their customers after purchase to ensure that the product is the genuine item that they believe they have bought. And that's, for example, with the use of blockchain and the use of technology to almost watermark these watches in a way that is completely invisible to the naked eye, to ensure that that authenticity can be tested and proved at any time further along the journey.
So if I was planning to buy a watch in the near future, what should I look out for? What are the giveaways that what I'm buying isn't necessarily the real thing?
Well, first and foremost, I would encourage you to buy the watch at a supplier that is, if it's in the pre-owned space, that is legitimate, and it's the trust in the authenticity and ability to authenticate by the retailer in that case that should give you the confidence to purchase. And if and when in doubt, we are always open to inspect. So if you have a watch at home that you're not certain about, then we're very happy to inspect that at one of our locations. But the key message would be to buy a watch at a retailer or from a source that you trust, and to ensure that all the documentation is there. That should give you the confidence that it's the real deal.
Isn't there a place, though, for both of these things, genuine luxury watches and, likely high-quality fake ones, genuine luxury watches out of many people's price range? Can't both coexist happily?
Well, I would say if the price for some of the higher-end watches is above a price point that the consumer is comfortable with, then there are incredible watch brands and watch manufacturers available at any price point, for starting with maybe £200 up to £10,000. So I think if you want to invest in the hobby and the passion that is horology, then my recommendation would be to invest in a brand that is more attainable from a price point of view, and not look into investing in non-authentic watches.
Arjen van der Vall from Watchfinder & Co. Thank you for talking to us today. Good to speak to you.
Thank you for having me. Thank you. Bye-bye.